Welcome to Breakthrough. I'm your host, Sharon, and as always, I'm excited to be coming to you live from my home studio. Now, today, I'm excited. I'm always excited, first of all, but all of this month, we've been talking about celebrating Black history and ways in which Black, brown, mixed, and minority people have impacted our society and why we should be proud about of who we are. We have a rich history and there's so much more that we can and will do. This month, I also highlighted the fact that you and I are history, creating the history of the future now. Yes, today. Think about that. Everything we do could be or will be is the history of tomorrow. So be mindful of who you are, what you're doing, and ways in which you can impact this world because you are creating history now. So, my question to you is, what will history look like for you in the years to come? Today, I'll be sharing some small business ideas with you. So, no matter who you are, black, brown, mixed, minority, or otherwise, businesses that you can start today to truly impact our society tomorrow and bring good change. Now, when we talk about small business ideas or ideas that we can change businesses that we can do now to impact our future, I'd like to share some ideas that I think are needed, especially in these times of the pandemic. They are needed now, and they could be super successful for you going forward. So, my question to you is, are you ready? Have you been thinking about starting a business? Do you have any skills or anything you enjoy doing that you can apply it to a business to make you a success? Think about that. The majority of the working population operates with a herd mentality and will always go after a job or find a boss versus starting their own business. So I'm encouraging you to think differently. Now, don't get me wrong because you're saying, Sharon, that's not really true. Think about it. The government, we are being encouraged now to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Why? Because when we get to herd immunity, then many more people will not be impacted because most of us would have had the vaccination by then. So my question to you is, are you one of those people who live like herd? For example, if someone else is doing it, then you'll do it, and if not, then you wouldn't. Well, I'm encouraging you to do something. So really, why? Because although most people go after that herd mentality, those who are those people who are truly successful are people who chose to go it alone, who chose to do things despite what other people told them not to do. So I'm encouraging you to resist the herd mentality regarding your success, your life, your gifts and talents, and how you can impact history in the future. If you can resist that mentality, then the businesses I'll be sharing with you today, you can truly make a difference because they are needed now. And many of them are not difficult to start. As a matter of fact, many of them are basically home-based businesses. So I encourage you, as I share the list with you, to think of at least three of them that interest you, and then consider the one that you may truly want to start for yourself. This is Breakthrough. I bring you tips, tools, and insights for life. And if this is your first time joining me, thank you so much. I encourage you to give me some thumbs up, some likes, some hearts. Let me know that you're there, that you're with me, and that this program is making a difference in your life. If it's not making a difference, then I don't need to do it. But I am passionate about what I'm doing to help people live with passion and purpose and truly experience the life that they were created to experience and not just live and die and not impact this world. So be mindful of that. Okay, and I'm also encouraging you to tell me your story. If you have a story of success, if you have a story of breakthrough that you'd like to share with me, would you do that and send me an email at breakthroughtpi@gmail.com? That's breakthroughtpi@gmail.com. I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me some thumbs up or likes on my Facebook pages. If you're subscribing to my YouTube channel, it's simple. Sharon A. Joseph DTM and click on subscribe or just like the video or share and then you'd be truly helping me to get other people to like it, and that's how the algorithm for YouTube works. The more likes I get, the more people are able to see what I do and be blessed by it. So thank you in advance. Um, Many of you don't know that I'm not just a business coach and consultant, but I'm also a life and career coach. I love impacting people's lives one at a time. So if you need assistance with your career or life in general, with dealing with the challenges of life, I encourage you to give me a call. Let's talk or call me for a free consultation or email me what you'd like me to help you with. And you can do that at sajconsultingservices@gmail.com. My website, sharonajoseph.com, simple or sajconsultingservices.com. And finally, you can reach me at the number 440-497-0172 or locally in Pennsylvania at 724-603-0413 between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. weekdays. Okay, actually, or you can leave a message at any time. Over the last week, I met with, oh, by the way, I promised to keep you abreast of current events. So I just want to let you know that over the last week, I met with an advisor. And as much as I'm a coach, I also have coaches. I also have coaches in areas where I need to grow and develop. So it's not where I tell you one thing and I don't do it. No, we all need a coach. And this is, yeah, so I do see my coaches sometimes once or twice a week, or different coaches more than one time a week. Okay, enough about that. So I saw my coach about building online learning services. So going forward, I want to be able to reach more people and not just have to sit in front of you, but I'm creating online courses where you can just go and learn about whatever you're interested in, breakthrough, how to live life successfully, how to build a business, ideas, how to have create ideas and implement ideas and so on. So look forward to that. I'm also working on creating, I think I'm going to do more online videos, 2 minute videos that can be helpful to you and to help your business grow. So I'm not only trying to encourage you to build a business, I'll be there to help you grow your business online. And what else? I'm still looking forward to getting 2 college interns to work with me and a breakthrough content producer. So look forward to that. This is Breakthrough. What is Breakthrough all about if this is your first time joining me? Well, Breakthrough is about living and leading with passion and purpose. It's about knowing and understanding that we are created with a purpose to impact this world. But more than that, breakthrough is recognizing that our minds are our most valuable asset, and that we investing in us ourselves is indeed our greatest investment. Breakthrough is not just about doing things now and then being done with it. No, breakthrough is deliberately influencing and impacting the world and other people with a spirit of excellence. It's a consistent and intentional endeavor to create that spirit of excellence is all we do. So it's like failing and getting up and going again. Okay, I hope you got that. So one of the things that I standing firm on as I talk about Black history and us growing in business and as individuals is that our identity, like our mind, is really, really critical to us being a success. Why do I say that? Because no matter what business idea I share with you, if you do not see it through the eyes of your creator, then you'd be in a very weak place or position and not likely to be as successful as you could be. When I share with you the fact that I am confident about who I am, not because of who I am, but more so because of whose I am. So being successful in business or in life requires our identity. So do not think that if you think that, well, I'm a minority or am I black or I'm black or brown or can't do or society has me pegged in this area or that area. If you think that way, then that's consistently what's going to come out of every effort you make. I'm saying to you that you are more than what society ascribes to you. No one can place a label on your identity. I need to get that out of the way before we continue because your greatness lies or is tied up into the way you think about yourself, your breakthrough, your ability to impact this world with who you are is tied into who you are. Okay, the maker of a product determines the value of the product and how you use it. So be mindful of that. Who is your maker and how do you think about yourself in relation to your maker? If you can grasp that and live based on that and not based on the label society put on us or try to, you'll be very successful. I will go quickly into 2021 and beyond business ideas. Now that I've shared with you about your identity and how desperate, how important it is, and I need to get some water because I will be eating it actually right now. So let's do this. Okay, with that said, let's get into 2021 business ideas that you can start now at home for very little money. Okay, are you ready? Do you have a pen and paper? Here we go. First one, cleaning services. If you like or enjoy cleaning, this is for you. Most of us love to have our place clean, but most of us don't like cleaning. Or if we do like cleaning, like myself, we don't have time always to get the cleaning done. And in this era of this pandemic and COVID 19, more people are looking to clean and sanitize their homes and offices more than ever before. So if you love cleaning, think about it. And again, many people don't quite know how to start an idea. Can I tell you, it doesn't take a lot. It could start right where you are. Start in your community, start with your neighbors, ask them if they have time to clean, if they need someone to help them clean, whether their house or their yard. Inquire. You'd be surprised to see, that they need someone. And you may start off with a low fee, let's say $20, 15 or 20 or even $10 an hour and go up as you go forward. So that's the business idea. The next one, oh, by the way, to start this business of cleaning, you need to one, enjoy cleaning. Two, you need to be diligent because if you tell me you're coming one day and one time and you're not there, then I'm inclined to not want you to come back. So be mindful of that. You must be trustworthy. You must be drug free because I want to ensure that if I'm bringing someone into my home or office, that they are trustworthy and they wouldn't be stealing things. So you want to establish that trustworthy personality before you can do something like this. How about homemade products, art and craft? Many people can do things like crocheting and stuff. That's something that's needed. I had a blanket over here, but I think I put it aside. That was crocheted for me. And I keep it, I use it because when it's cold and I want to be warm, I put that crochet blanket over me. So people are looking for homemade products. That's an excellent business to start if you can do creative things like crocheting, like arts and crafts, building things like out of small wood products or marbles or clay or different things like that. Or how about natural soap and candles? That's something that's needed too because I have candles around the house. I enjoy homemade candles better. That's a business idea, so think about that. Then cleaning products. Have you ever thought of creating homemade cleaning products? That's a big thing now as people don't want to have so many different dispersions in their homes. So that's a business you can start as well. How about if you enjoy photography and you do it well? And I know some people, like for example, my friend Delta in Cleveland. She's oh my gosh, she's always taking pictures. How about taking that hobby to another level, like drone photography? Have you ever thought of owning a drone? You can buy one secondhand to test it out online. Test it out first. Buy one online. Test it out before you buy one, an official or new one. And fact is, you can purchase a drone for under for $100, and and under. So think about that. Test out a drone with drone photography, and then you can be a wedding photographer. That's a business right now, but more will be needed as more businesses like this will be needed as we move forward. Think about the many weddings that were postponed because of this pandemic. When things have settled down and most people have been vaccinated, there will be a slew of weddings. So you can get ready now to amaze people. People want to be amazed and impressed, not just simple photography. So think about that. How about furniture repair and flipping and flip? You get some old furniture, you repair it, you revamp, you resurface, vanish and repair, fix it, paint it. I have purchased furniture like this on Facebook, for people who just do it as a hobby, and I've purchased it from them. So think about that, refurbishing and flipping for old furniture. How about next one is how about starting a small catering business from home? Small catering business, that's a business. Many people are tired of cooking. They have not been able to enjoy restaurant quality food really for a while, and they'd love to have to be catered to. So you can consider it to be either a catering business for residents or a personal chef for people around you. Think about that. These are businesses that are viable and that can put money in your pocket. Many of you are good cooks. What are you? You just serving your family. Your family are the only people who are enjoying it. How about having your neighbors enjoy that as well? And since I'm talking about cooking, how about baking? I have done this myself and I earned extra money over the holiday season, the Christmas season. How about baking? That's a business that you can start at home, very low income, basically no overhead, very low income needed to get it started, and basically no overhead. So think about that as an option. How about starting a food truck business? You're talking about food here, right? If you've got if you've got this passion and you're able to relate to the public well and you enjoy cooking, consider starting a food truck business or a vegetable cart business. This is huge in New York City because you find these solo people who are selling on these carts. They sell vegetables, fruits, and food trucks as well. Can I tell you that in your area, wherever you are, that could be a business that you can start. And don't expect it to have 100 people waiting for you online initially. You may start small, but if you are consistent, you will grow. So think about that's another business idea. How about next one, a boutique business? It could start out of your own home. It does not have a lot of overhead because you're using part of your house as your boutique. Start small. Give it a unique name. It could be clothing and fabric. Can I tell you, there is a shortage of fabric on the market right now because of COVID and the many masks that people are making at home. By the way, talking about masks, that's another business you can start. Start making masks at home because people use their mask and they get tired of using the same one and they want another one. But that I think may be around for a while. So if you haven't started that business yet, that's an excellent option. Another idea is let's think about it, gardening services. If you enjoy gardening, why not start gardening around your move it from your home to your neighbors and then to your community? Being a gardening or a landscape or something along those lines, if you enjoy gardening, you can plant fruits and vegetables for them in a small area of their backyard. And I'm sure most of us enjoy fresh fruits and vegetables. So why not consider doing something like that? Start with your own yard and then carry it on to your neighbors. And before you know it, you could be the gardener for the neighbor. So you don't only plant the fruits and vegetables, but you upkeep them on a weekly every few days basis. Wow, how about that? And you're earning and you're blessing not just yourself but the people around you. And eventually you may be able to get people to join you, have a staff or a couple of people working with you. So think about that. Oh, and by the way, daycare center. Either way, home daycare or daycare center, they're very similar. The requirements are slightly different, but it's very doable. If you love and enjoy being around children, a home daycare business, or by the way, if you're a senior person or retired, that's a business you can start at home. And it doesn't require a lot. Yes, it needs to be state certified, but it's not a difficult process. Many times we don't start something because we don't know what's required and we feel like, oh, it must be so difficult. No, it doesn't have to be so difficult. Everything we aspire to do, there is a process. And if you follow the process, you get it done. So don't be intimidated thinking about the process of acquiring the license or state requirements, inquire about it, and then go from there. So a home daycare business is an excellent idea, and if you have the right home and with the two different exits and so on, and it's secure, why not think about starting that? Many people need daycare services now so that they can go back out to work and, and get back on their feet. So you will need it. Okay, another business idea, a skill development center. If you are experienced in some area, then people in your community need you. They need you. So how about a skill development center where you can help children or adults grow in one area or another? Uh, that's needed. People need to know what to do. You know, I shared the story about a young man when I was at Standard and Poor's. I managed the MBAs and the high school interns. And I had one intern, a high school intern, working in my department directly with me. So I was basically mentoring him. And he was from the Bronx, came down to Wall Street, and he went out to lunch one day and was about to enter the building. I think I've shared the story here before, without his shirt. Now it was summer, so he thought, oh, it's hot. So he took his shirt off and he was about to enter the building with his undershirt. And I was so happy I was going out to lunch at the same time because I was able to stop him and let him know that you cannot enter a professional office building with your shirt, holding your shirt over your shoulder like this. And I was able to stop him and help him understand that. Fact is, he didn't know that that was unacceptable, because if he did, I'm sure he wouldn't be doing it. What I'm saying to you with this business idea about a skill development center in your area is that people don't know what they don't know. And if you know it and you can help them, then you are needed. And that's a business idea that you can start right now, especially because so many people have been home with this pandemic. As they start going back out to work, they would need to develop their skills in order to be ready and successful as business as any job that they take on. How about high schoolers? You can zero in on one particular aspect of our community of your community to build that type of business. I mentioned about cooking before. I'm not sure if I mentioned this one, and that is baking for the bakery business. Most of us purchase bread that has been sitting on the shelf for several days. How wonderful is it to be if someone in your community can bake fresh bread on every few days you pick up a couple of fresh bread from them. That is a business idea. So if you're a good baker, why not start baking bread for your community? Most or all of the world eat bread, right? Why not give them something fresh? Okay, that's another idea. Another one is the organic food, opening an organic food shop. Most people are so health conscious now that we are looking for ways in which we can eat healthy and not and be mindful of processed things that we purchase from the stores. So if you have a backyard and you can grow veggies and food and so on, why not consider growing, establishing an organic food shop? So even if you're not growing it, but you have access to it, a farmer may be growing and have too much or is looking to sell some before he goes to the market. Why not buy the fresh organic food and sell it yourself? That should be on your cart, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, how about storage facility to put our stuff in that we may never use going forward. Why not sell it online? Think about that. How about Opera or Craigslist? Or how about on eBay? Several different platforms in which you can sell things. I hope you're taking note of at least two or three of these businesses that you would consider starting. And if you are, I'd love to guide you through the process. So think about that. Be a reseller of your stuff or people's stuff. Etsy is another Etsy is another one where you can sell your craft on. Consider becoming a jewelry maker. If you're good at crafts and you like making things and you make jewelry, you can string clothes together and so on. Make jewelry and sell them online. That's a business idea. There's so many ways in which you can earn and make money in this time and beyond. This COVID pandemic has opened up so many opportunities for us that sometimes we miss them because they're so obvious. So I'm asking you to think about some of the business I've shared with you. Another one is I'll just share a few more with you, and next week we'll go in a little deeper on what's required for some of them and what's needed. I'll just share. So for this month of March, this month is Women's International Month, and I'll be sharing business ideas for you for women in particular, but for anyone, and sharing what's needed because having a business idea is one thing. Knowing how to go about executing it is a very another thing. So think about that. Another business idea for now is a fitness instructor. If you've been good during this pandemic and you've been good at keeping up or having or losing weight, and you're disciplined and you're able to encourage and motivate others to lose weight too, instructors are still needed. So think about that. Then an event DJ. If you love music and you've got your musical equipment, there's a time coming with the many, many, many weddings that are about to come. You are needed. So if you've got a large collection of music and musical equipment or a music system, then you could be a DJ coming up. And also, and this is the last one, two more I'll share with you before we end. One is a virtual assistant. That is so critical because most businesses are operating at home now. If you've got some administrative skills or technical skills, you can become an administrative, a virtual assistant, online, or you can become a Zoom master. There's so many conferences and Zoom meetings and virtual meetings taking place that a virtual assistant or a Zoom master, you can have them run these different conferences or webinars, and that's a business. So whether you have technical skills or no skills at all, just manual skills, there's a business idea I'm sure that I've shared with you. There are many more ideas I'll be sharing with you, especially if you're a technically inclined person. So if you are an app designer, I'll be sharing some of these with you next week. I want to remind you that businesses are waiting for you to establish them. So get started and transform not just your life, but many other people's lives and destiny. Don't be afraid to start or try something new. Until you know what it takes, you may be intimidated or be afraid. But look up, ideas on whatever business you want to start. Look for ideas online as to how you can go about starting them. Most people I serve are people who have already established their business. I want to start, I want to help you from the ground floor of starting a business. But first of all, identifying a business that you want to start, then starting the business, and then helping you figure out what to do as you go along. So if that's you, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you. So many of you are so talented and not doing anything with your talent. You need help? Send me an email at breakthrough@gmail, breakthrough@gmail.com, or give me a call at 440-497-0172, or in Pennsylvania, 724-603-0413. I am looking forward to when I can help you determine that business you want to start and help you get it started. Oh my gosh, there's so much more I want to share with you, but for right now, I'm just going to say a brief prayer and we will come back next week with more business ideas you can start now and in the future as we celebrate International Women's Month. So for right now, God, I pray that for every person who is either looking at this program right now or will look at it in the future, that you will help them to use the breakthrough tips, tools, and insights I've shared on this program to upgrade their life, and their family's life, so that we can truly walk in our purpose passionately to solve the challenges of our lives and to impact this world with love and gratitude. Thank you, God, for helping us to live and lead with passion and purpose. We thank you for allowing us to trust you and to depend on you and to understand what you called us to do and then walk in our purpose confidently. Help us to seek your help and directions in all we do, say, and think, knowing, oh God, that you will show us exactly what to do as we move forward and live with passion and purpose. We thank you for all these things, and we say in